Alrighty, you're now synced.
Cool.
I think, probably. But yeah, okay. So you want to go for our opening bit?
Jonathan, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
We have been doing the bits for many, many years now.
Has it been many, many years? I think it's just been one.
I don't know. With the amount of hiatuses and spaces that we have had in between episodes of Steven Universe, a cartoon that you and I have both come to know and tolerate,
Yeah.
I feel as though it would be a crime against our listeners and ourselves and our integrity as the longest running podcast on something about geek stuff to go any longer with bits and jokes and not just say, "Hello everybody, and welcome to the Bits, a Steven Universe podcast." And so no, Jonathan, I will not be doing a bit today. I will be instead jumping straight in by saying, "Hello and welcome to the Steven Universe podcast." Because again, I feel as though this series has run on long enough that our fan base has become hungry for more Steven Universe talk and less of our silly childish shenanigans. They don't want us to make jokes, they want us to just say hello and welcome to the bits. And so what we should do is give them what they've asked for. So Jonathan, I say to you.
Hello, welcome to the bits.
Have we started?
Yes, we have started.
Oh.
The bits. Oh. Welcome to the bits, everybody.
Hi everybody, welcome to the Bits, a Steven Universe podcast on something about geek stuff. If you're here on purpose, welcome back. If you're here on accident, hi.
Good gosh, it's been a minute.
Not too much of a minute.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute for us.
Yes.
For the viewers, it's been only a little bit.
Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah, right? So we recorded episode, 7.5?
Yeah.
A good minute ago, like way back.
Indeed. It was summer, I think.
Yeah, it's not anymore. It's winter now.
Yeah.
We've changed and grown and developed as characters, learning our lessons and then immediately forgetting them for plot convenience.
Truly.
Welcome back to the Bits, everybody. I am the mayor of anything, also known as Sam.
I'm not Rebecca Sugar and slightly sick Jonathan.
Fantastic. And if you're joining us today, you must have watched Steven Universe. Specifically, the most recent episode of Steven Universe, which is called...
Is it familiar? Or is it the familiar?
Good start.
I feel like it's one of those two.
It's familiar.
I don't take notes.
But thankfully for our listeners, I do. So, the way this works, we'll talk about the episode a little bit, we'll have a little fun. We're going to try doing a couple short-form episodes with the episodes that are coming out, because we noticed a bit of a spike in viewership in the last one. So, we want to try a couple shorter episodes, see if that can drum up some retention with people. And we'll go back to the long form later. If you like it, keep listening. If you don't like it, wait a couple weeks. You'll have a bit's worth of stuff to talk about.
Also, tell us if you like it or not like it, because that also helps. Because if it's that, and we keep on going with it, it's cool. But if it's not, and we keep on going with it, it's gonna be really hard to figure that out.
Let me check and see if we got any comments from the last episode.
Okay.
We got no comments from last episode.
You should leave those if you want to, if you feel like.
Man, we have been filibustering for 5 minutes.
Not truly. We've been checking stuff. We've been giving intros and everything. We've gone through. I take notes. well, you take notes, I don't thing. We've gotten through the intro.
We've gotten through the intro. We started some sort of coherent plot. And somehow we've gotten back to the intro. Weird how that works.
I'm trying to overcome my sick drowsiness.
Yes, for once I am not the person sick in a video. I mean, I hope you feel better, friend, but yeah, it's not me for once.
Gosh.
Alright, so, Jonathan.
Yeah. Familiar. Oh, shoot, I do a thing. It's called...
Cool. So, we start off our episode with me wondering, when did Thieving Universe get a TV PG rating?
What'd you call it? It's been like that, man. It's been like that since last season.
Dude, I don't pay attention. Alright. Then we get a jarring, terrible intro jingle. Because, my gosh, they just really want you to be watching this episode.
Yeah.
And Steven is on Homeworld, as we left him last time. And he's sitting in a room that's pink like him.
Yeah.
And he thinks to himself that he wants a bed.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, he gets a bed. Thane decides he wants a couple other things. And we find out what the Steven Universe response to Minions is going to be by meeting the Pebbles.
I don't want them to be minions.
They're going to be minions. One of them has hooks for hands. And they're climbing all over Steven, saying how much they missed Pink. The one with the hooks for hands just stabs its little hooks into Steven's face. And Steven's a giant, so he doesn't reply.
Scene.
Yeah. The whole Pebbles thing, it reminded me of that episode of Adventure Time where Finn goes to the library and he finds out about, like, the protector of the bookcases. Mm-hmm. And he ends up being, like, an influential part of these two feuding people finding peace. And it was a whole big thing. But they felt very much like that.
Interesting that you mentioned that, because Penward is actually on the writing staff for this episode.
Oh my gosh. Love Penward.
Yeah. Did you call it? But I saw the intro credit and I was just like, yo, Penward's on writing this episode with Rebecca Sugar. That's cool.
Well, that explains a couple things, and I'll talk more about those as we go on.
Yeah.
For now, the Pebbles are happy to see Steven. You know who else is happy to see Steven?
Who?
Pearl.
Yeah.
Pearl comes in and delivers an amazing line of dialogue. I'm only here because I'm bringing you your things, and they consider me one of your things. It was an excellent line, well delivered, and really showed how fed up Pearl is with Homeworld already, even though it was something she fawned over and thought so fondly of in previous seasons. So that was kind of neat.
And I agreed with Steven. Ouch.
Yeah, big time. That was like a it hurt moment.
There's a lot within that. There's a lot within gosh darn how the Pebbles came out and were just like, hey, this person scares us because, what you call it, we're in a tyrannical world where everyone, like, treats people mean.
Except for Pink.
Yeah. So as the thing that, like, goes and turns him over and just goes like, hey, he's being nice to us. This must be Pink. It's that thing. It's not that that he has the gem. It's the fact that he's being nice. And I find that hilarious within this, like, world. No one's capable of being nice.
It's truly a bully planet.
Truly.
So, I don't know if you can hear my cat crying outside, but my cat just cried outside.
Indeed.
Has a terrible cry. It doesn't know how to meow. So, Steven gets called to the court of the Yellow Diamond, and the walls are gossiping. And
Yes.
this was late at night when I watched this, so I just wrote, "Shut up, walls. You don't even have legs." Wait, do the doors have faces? Do the floors have faces? Are they stepping on the floors right now and just don't see the face because it's really far away? This is getting weird, dude.
From what I see, it's only like the doorways and walls. Because what you call it, like blue's doorway is made out of faces, and what you call it, yellow's walls are made out of faces.
Yeah, but then you had like statues, you had walls, like
Yeah,
we got like a Pee-wee's Playhouse situation going on here where everything's alive.
need feels very Harry Potter as well.
Very much so. So, anyway, the walls are gossiping, and we go into the door just before the chamber of Yellow Diamond, and we see Yellow Pearl, and we get probably the best joke in the episode, where Steven is trying to get the Yellow Pearl to call him Steven, and it won't do it right, so he just says, "Call me lasagna."
Was it lasagna or lasagna?
It was lasagna, and then Pearl just goes, "Steven, stop, you're going to break her."
Yeah.
I mean, the dialogue in this episode was super fun.
Indeed.
I just like the idea of Steven just being like, "I might as well have fun while I'm here."
It's very fun. So you call it. And going into this, I feel like. Well, I'll let you do the description first before I actually talk about.
No, chime in, man. Chime in. I could use a break. I got water.
Okay.
I got a payday.
What's up? Don't eat your payday.
Man, I am like 10 miles away, 20 miles away. You can't really stop me.
Yeah, it's true. Just end up running the recording space on my computer. But yeah, so Steven walks into the meeting with Yellow. It is apparently a steam room. They talk about the whole exchange, and the line is given of, "I got 3 words out to her," and Yellow just replies, "Ooh, a new record." Trying, actually, like, displaying what kind of character White Diamond is.
I really like how Steven nonchalantly came in, tried to climb up on the chair, and it's just like, "Hi, Yellow." So yeah. She's like, "Hello, Pink. Hi, Yellow. I'm short. Please get shorter chairs. I know you have Pebbles that can make them." And she just kind of ignores what he's doing. And she's like, "Yeah, you know what? You'll figure it out. Get up there or don't."
I do feel like Yellow's really, really against what you call it, Steven, but because they had the moment on Earth, she's just like, "Sure, I guess I'll hear you out." Because like he tries to do like, "Hey, I'm Steven," to her, and she's just like, "Yeah, whatever, Pink." And it's very, very dismissive.
Maybe she's like, I don't know, like the middle child. So like, Blue takes care of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yellow is the grumpy middle child, and Pink's the baby.
I can see that.
So it's like a sibling rivalry kind of thing.
Yeah.
We get another great line from Steven. It's not the last time I'm going to say that today. Where Steven is talking about, "Hey, I get attention from White Diamond because I messed up. Maybe you should just fail." And then Yellow thinks that's the funniest thing she's heard all day.
Yeah. What did you call it? Friggin' what a... I don't know. Like, I don't want to say it. Yeah, it's definitely a perfectionist attitude, but that's not the word I'm looking for. It's just like narcissist. What a narcissistic answer. It's just like, that's the funniest thing I've heard all day. Me fail.
I like it as an idea though, because like the yellow diamond and blue diamond were talked about as being like the perfect beings, right?
Yeah.
But then you get pink diamond, who apparently fails constantly, and then you get like yellow, who's holding up that perfection and yet is still being considered narcissistic. It's like, I mean, you get described as the perfect being across the galaxy, you're gonna start to believe it at some point, right?
Yeah. Which makes me think that, what you call it, friggin', gosh darn, Peridot calling her Claude might have actually struck more of a nerve than actually, like, perceived on that call.
Oh, please let there be a thing where, like, they go back to Earth and Lapis and Peridot are back together and they just see Steven and the diamonds behind him and they're just like, oh, hi, Steven, and the diamonds. And then Blue's like, hello, and then Yellow's just like, hi, Peridot, and just smashes her.
What you call it, friggin', they have that moment during, like, the fight that they had, where would you call it, like, where Peridot goes, like, I called you Claude, and I'll call you Claude again, and then Yellow just, like, easily just poofs her.
Yeah, but I want it again, just like in a non-combatant atmosphere of just like, yeah, everything's fine. Smash.
Good gosh.
This is the thing if Yellow wasn't actually okay with it.
Yeah. Did you call it friggin'... I feel like the story is going to have to go through, like, a major turn for, like, either of them to show any growth.
True. Speaking of major turns, Steven Universe has gone from growing cat fingers to literally befriending dictators in the name of world peace between feuding planets.
Oh, yeah.
This show's got legs.
Indeed.
So, anyway, want to get back to the main plot?
Yeah.
We've seen Yellow. Now it's time to go see Blue.
Because Yellow has paperwork.
As always, Steven thinks, man, I'd love to hang out with that person who's beat up my friends and kidnapped me on multiple occasions and has now rudely left us hanging out. Steven might need to choose better friends.
This is anime protagonist syndrome right here.
Do tell.
What did you call it? There's, like, different subsets of anime protagonist syndrome, but essentially it is, like, making your enemies your friends just because they're opposite of you.
I mean, that's how we started this podcast.
But no, like, they're distinctly evil, and you're just like, you know what? I got too many people who agree with me. I need someone who can actively go against me.
Jonathan, I'm a mayor.
Good gosh. No, but you're not evil.
I'm a mayor.
We're not bringing politics into the podcast.
You know what? Today I'm going to be the mayor of choosing better friends. That's what I'm going to be mayor of today. Vote for me. Steven needs to pick better friends. I'll help him do it. Vote for me. Mayor anything.
There we go. So, did you call it? What's Blue Diamond up to, Samuel?
Crying.
Crying
so much that she has a bathtub of crying.
Yeah.
She has a comb that sings to her, which is very over the garden wall and flapjack, as were the Pebbles.
Wasn't it singing I'm a comb?
Pretty much. I'm a comb, I'm a comb, I'm a comb. I'm a comb, I'm a comb, I'm a comb.
Dun, dun, dun.
Like, that's essentially what was going on.
Yeah.
And So Blue's happier to see Pink than Yellow was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if anything, by the end of this episode, we're going to know our colors for sure.
Yeah.
We're going to learn our colors today. So, Steven asks, is Yellow always so busy? And Blue explains that no, they used to hang out all the time before Pink left. Everybody did. But then Pink left. Also, Blue Diamond definitely has that lilt. So she's definitely Irish now. Which makes me concerned about future interactions with Pearl.
Wait, why Pearl?
Think of the meme, Jonathan.
Ah, yes. Gosh. Like, we can't even talk about that.
Nope, I'm going to leave that there. I'm concerned about Blue and Pearl's interactions from here on out.
Oh, gosh.
You figure out why.
Just remember that episode. But, yeah. I will say, what you call it, like, I think it's just a thing of, what you call it, like, the voice actors can only hide it so much.
And that's all well and good. It popped up, like, second or third appearance, so it kind of threw me. Mm-hmm. I've accepted it now.
Also, I like the fact that she's the one who actually like accepts that Steven is Steven, but to a point. Like, she'll go like, yeah, you told me to call you Steven, so I'm calling you Steven, and then she goes through the memories of Pink and just like, you remember that, don't you? And Steven's just like, no, because that wasn't me. but you have to remember this, right?
Do you remember when we used to hang out and laugh and you would go sing underwater and somehow not drown? You remember all that?
Yeah. Did you call it? This is, I don't know, this is very much a like bad family reunion vibes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm getting out of this episode for the most part.
Suddenly, White Diamond's gonna pop up and ask Steven if he's got games on his phone.
Okay. Good guy. That also reminds me of what you call it, friggin'. There's just a Pebble that just has Steven's cell phone now.
Yeah. I mean, what's it gonna do? There's no reception on Homeworld.
Yeah, but I just love it as a thing of just like he took that one picture of himself and now he's just staring at it like a television.
You know, the be great reveal if like Steven started talking to the Diamonds about everything. It's like, yeah, and the Pebbles are super convenient. The Diamonds just freak out like, the Pebbles are back? You didn't give them anything, did you? Steven, they're thieves.
They'll ride me blind for the chance.
Please tell me you didn't leave anything around the Pebbles, because you're not getting it back.
They're trying to stuff the hot dog thing in the wall.
Steven comes in and just sees his back hitting the wall over and over. So the Pebbles weren't hugging him, they were just looking through his pockets and stuff for things he might have.
Yeah, it's very plausible because they're going through all of his pockets.
That's why they made him new clothes.
So they can go through it at their own leisure.
So they could take the old ones and then just know where all the pockets were.
Yeah. Gosh. And if you bring any new ones, we got AC access. We made roots.
Oh, alright, so Steven can't hang out with Yellow, he can't hang out with Blue. He goes back to his room and sings a song. A beautiful, beautiful song about how things are somewhat familiar. And he learns something very important. His
What
mom
does he
could
learn?
not draw.
Ah, that's fair.
And that's
But
all I
it
have to
helps.
say about it. His mom just could not draw.
But it helps because friggin' he can see her as him.
Yeah, and I kind of wanted to comment on that for a minute if you let me.
Yeah, go for
The
it.
tonal shift of this episode's interesting because the threat of the ominous homeworld that's been floating over our heads the whole series has kind of been replaced with this fish out of water story where nothing's exactly threatening as much as it is like strange and unknown to us.
Mm.
And it feels like they're kind of leaving the audience in a similar position as Steven, where we're unsure about what's going on and what'll happen next and what direction the story will go. So I feel like they've done a good job with this episode trying to capture that feeling of, yeah, this is the same show you've known for years, but it's something different now at the same time.
Yeah.
So I feel like they did an excellent job with that, and the song works well with it to kind of like reinforce the idea. But even just Steven going around trying to figure stuff out, it feels like it's setting up the paces that we'll be going through for the next few episodes, if not the season as a whole.
Mm. And I don't know, I like the conclusion he comes to at the end of the song where he just goes like, "Yo, this is just like how I started when I was little," and like it's not before the series; it's exactly at the start of the series that he's like reminiscing to.
Yeah.
Where the crystal gems are just like, "Hey, we can't take you on adventures and stuff because it's way too dangerous."
But this time he's done it once, so he knows how to earn that trust and show that he's capable Steven.
Yeah.
Serious Steven.
And I feel like this is like a good moment of showing that, and he's just like, "Yo, I recognize where I was, and here's where I am now."
And it's interesting because it kind of feels like the diamonds are recreating that gem dynamic again.
Mm-hmm.
Because white is our mysterious garnet who doesn't say much and just kind of does her own thing. Yellow's the no-nonsense, very serious pearl. And then blue is the emotional, like, friendly amethyst. Kind of the dynamics we had from the crystal gems back in season 1.
So, did you call it? Maybe this is just like doing that on a bigger scale.
Yeah, so it feels like they're really trying to go back to something familiar, but also keep a compelling story going.
Indeed.
So it's kind of cool.
Yeah. Very well themed.
Yeah, it felt like this one was written with a lot of intention.
Definitely. I enjoy that.
Yeah. Overall, the whole episode felt like it had strong tone. The dialogue's gotten a lot sharper between this and previous episodes, and it really did feel like that era 2 that Blue was talking about, where Pink left and it started era 2. This kind of feels like it's an era 2 for Steven and us as the audience. And it really did feel like something familiar, so it kind of earned its title's sake, you know?
Definitely. Like all the themes throughout the whole episode feel very like trying to strike the same chords as the start of the series. With like very much so, like Steven's become a very different character. So if you put older Steven in those episodes, like they change, and I feel like that's definitely the kind of idea that they were going for.
Agreed. It's kind of cool because at this point, Steven Universe came out, 5 years ago?
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of cool being like, hey, there's an audience that's grown with Steven at this point. So, like, kids that started watching when they were 10 or 15 now, and kids that were 5 or 10 now, and kids that are 15 or 20 now.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool to think that now they get to revisit the early Steven style, but as different people, kind of how Steven's getting to do it as a different person.
Definitely.
Now, if only we could get consistent airing episodes.
Yeah. What you call it? I'm still gonna say, like, I'd rather see this in the set.
I don't know. I think I'm going to be a fan of the once a week method.
Oh, fair. Fair. Like, oh. I just feel like I want all the plot points at once. Like,
Well, watching the other Cartoon Network shows, as of late, they've been doing like 5 new episodes at a time every Monday or Tuesday or whatever. So, like, if you're a fan of the show, you know I'm a big fan of Craig of the Creek. You get 5 episodes of that, and it kind of makes you sit on them a little longer, knowing, like, hey, this is my episode for the week. And so I think that'll be good for if they're trying to get some of this, like, growth and looking in at yourself and considering how far you've come kind of vibe. Make the viewers sit on it for a week and then come back and go, like, yeah, now I'm ready to do more Steven.
see, what you call it? I think it worked a lot more on the search for Lapis episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, like, even though that whole arching arc has, like, an ending to it, it's happening week by week for them. But this is, like, happening in a day, and I want that full day. Like, that's the only thing that's bothering me. Like, it doesn't have a finite ending. They're not going to sleep that day. They're going to do another thing that's going to continue on in the next episode. And that's, like, I want to just see the whole, like, sequence of events play out.
That's fair. I don't think it's out of line to say that both viewing styles are going to have their people preferring one over the other.
Oh, yeah. So, what do you call it? I think for theming, this is a good point to end on. Although I still just was, I want to see it all together.
Hey,
it feels like
if that's your biggest problem with the episode, you know.
Oh yeah.
If they made you want more, they did their job, right?
Like, at the start of this, like, it was annoyed. I want to see more with the gosh darn legs from here, the home world, which I just realized that's a joke. Like, yeah, she's got legs from here, the home world. Like, I didn't get that first, but that's besides the point. On that episode, I felt like it was annoyed. Like, I really wanted more from this episode, but now it's just like I got a lot out of this, and I still want more. And those are two opposite ends of the spectrum, and I'd rather have more of this feeling than the other feeling.
That's fair. So it's a feeling of, like, now that you're back and invested, you want to keep riding that feeling.
Yeah. There's a difference between, like, the content you got was so thin, and there's, like, friggin', I don't know, getting a slice of cake and then going like, but no, I want some more cake.
Well, hopefully the next episode will have you feeling the same way.
I'm hoping for it.
Yeah, overall, good episode. Strong episode.
Okay.
I think this is the most positive episode of the bits we've had in a while.
Indeed. Maybe we can get some guests on.
You tell me, not Rebecca Sugar.
Well, we'll talk about that as me to you. So,
all right.
yeah,
Once the audio
off
stopped
podcast.
rolling, I got you.
Yeah.
All right. So, are we ready to wrap up?
Indeed.
Cool. Let's do some outro music. Let us know what you thought of this episode in the comments down below. Let us know what you thought of the episode of Steven Universe. Let us know if you know what happened during the incident.
Dun dun dun.
From Homeworld to Beach City and all the cosmos in between, I have been your mayor of anything.
I've been not Rebecca Sugar, Jonathan.
And we will catch you next time.
Bye. The bits.
No, for real though, we've got to address what happened in the incident.